Looks like we have some movement in the Charlie Kirk investigation. If you guys have been watching my videos, you know that my focus has been on trying to figure out if anyone else knew what Tyler Robinson was going to do, or if anyone else was in on the plot to take out Charlie Kirk. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I have found plenty of evidence that suggests that other people knew. And all of this information has been provided to the FBI. However, I've been growing frustrated because the governor of Utah, who happens to be pro-trans, you cannot trust this guy. He keeps doing interviews saying that Tyler worked alone. Well, today Kash Patel did an interview. And Kash Patel confirms that they are looking into over 20 people. They are investigating over 20 people that were inside of Tyler's Discord server, his Discord group. In fact, the word that Kash Patel used is that there were scores and scores of people in the group. So I don't know what the exact number is. I don't even know, could it be 25 people, hundreds of people? Who knows? But he says that they're having to go through, the proper legal avenues to do what they have to do. They got to get warrants. They got to do, certain things. They can't just come in and say, hey, you talked to Tyler and you knew what was going to happen. We're taking you down. They got to, do it the proper way, I guess. And that's a process that takes time. But he says that they do intend on questioning these people, and they have already been questioning people. And, we don't know what was said between Tyler and these people. We don't know what these people knew. And Kash Patel and the FBI obviously aren't going to tell us everything they know in their investigation. But he did confirm that Tyler was in communication with at least one person before he killed Charlie. And he told the person that he had an opportunity to take down Charlie and that he was going to take it. So we don't know everything that went on in the Discord server. We know that he had communications with his boyfriend after killing Charlie. I think his boyfriend should be in jail right now. I think they already have enough to put him in jail. I don't know why he isn't. Maybe because he's cooperating, trying to get some sort of deal. I don't know. But we got confirmation that to at least one person, probably more, and I could already tell you that more people knew that something was going to happen to Charlie. But confirmed directly from the FBI, at least one person, Charlie told, that he had an opportunity Tyler told that he had an opportunity to take down Charlie and that he was going to do so. But instead of just, hearing it from my mouth, I think it's important that you hear it from the FBI director's mouth himself. I have a quick clip that I want to show you guys. But first, if you're here, if you've been enjoying the coverage, I've been working overtime, and I would like to ask you guys to simply hit the like button. It helps the channel out a lot. You could drop a comment, let us know your thoughts, share the video far and wide. This is important information that needs to get out there. And if you really support the channel, you know how to donate. You could donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It's never mandatory, but of course, always greatly appreciated. Now, with that being said, let's listen into what Kash Patel had to say about this entire situation, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore the last question. Going back to the group chats real quick, there's more than 20 individuals, but this is a great point. I want to lay out how this works. People think we can just get in these group chats and immediately find out who is in them. We, the FBI, are the investigatory body supporting multiple prosecutions and ongoing investigations. And that's another point. Our investigation at the FBI is ongoing. And there are scores of people in this Discord chat room. But we have to effectuate legal process. We have to go out there with search warrants so that if prosecutors want to later use this evidence, it's not tainted by being illegally obtained. We, the FBI, are running the investigation pointedly on the Discord chat group. There are scores of individuals that are going to be spoken to. There are also lots of family members and friends that have already been spoken to. And one more point on forensics. We were able to obtain in record time the text message chain between the suspect and his live-in partner, as well as other critical cellular information from our CAS team that analyzes cell phone data towers in the area to pinpoint the locations of the suspect and other individuals he was speaking with. This is critical information that the FBI processed and got to prosecutors so they can lawfully use it in a court of law. And our investigation, our interviews continue, but we've learned some shocking things when we spoke to his family and friends as well.
You want to share them? Those shocking things?
Sure. And my job as FBI director is not to speak to motive, is to speak to the facts. And that's what I'm going to do. His family has collectively told investigators that he subscribed to left-wing ideology, and even more so in these last couple of years. And he had a text message exchange, he the suspect, with another individual, in which he claimed that he had an opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and he was going to do it because of his hatred for what Charlie stood for. Those are factually accurate investigatory findings by the FBI that we've handed over to the local authorities and the federal authorities to make their prosecutorial decisions. But I believe in this instance of such public importance, the public has a right to know. And I've told you I'm committed to transparency, and that's what I'm doing here today.
Why didn't that person that he was talking to, why didn't that person say something?
You know, our investigation is ongoing. That's a great question, and we don't have an answer on that just yet.
I am so happy to hear the news that they're starting to look into these groups of people that Tyler was communicating with. But I'm still not confident that anything is going to be done, because it's clear as day that there is some interference happening in this investigation. I mean, the governor of Utah, just hours before Kash Patel's interview, was on the news telling people that Tyler worked alone and that Tyler's trans boyfriend was cooperating and was surprised, had no idea what was going on. By the way, the governor of Utah is pro-trans and not to be trusted at all. But that's the information he was putting out there. Now come to find out, they're investigating the Discord group, and come to find out, Tyler definitely told people that he was going to take down Charlie, that he had a chance, and that he was going to take it. So the governor is saying one thing, and then the FBI director is saying another. And I don't want them to only focus their attention on this Discord group that Tyler and his boyfriend Lance were in. Because Tyler and Lance both have a heavy online presence. It might not seem like they do, because they're not heavily active on the usual social media platforms that normal people use, like Instagram and Facebook and X or what have you. And the reason why they're not as heavily active on those platforms is because they didn't really want to have too much contact with their family and old friends, because they had started a new life. Lance, the trans boyfriend, was basically hiding himself from the public as he was taking meds trying to turn into a woman, which will never happen. But he had been hiding himself from the public for a few years. He even talks about this on his social media. So they were very active online. They were just in like weird corners of the internet, in like furry chat groups and video game chat groups. And I was able to find that both Lance and Tyler, they have a Steam account where they play video games. I was able to find their Steam accounts, and it turns out that they belong to a group on Steam, and the name of the group is almost the same thing that was etched onto one of the bullets that Tyler had in his rifle. And it just so happens that the group, right after Charlie was killed, put out a warning telling everyone not to talk about Charlie getting killed. So this runs way deeper than the Discord group that we have discussed. But it's crazy knowing that Cash says that there's scores and scores of people just in the Discord group that they got to look into. But I feel like, I'm not saying that he wasn't communicating about what he was going to do in the Discord group, because we know he was, but I feel like there was probably even more in-depth and darker conversations happening in these other more obscure areas of the internet. And I believe there's people in gaming chat rooms all over the place that probably knew what was going to happen to Charlie. And I am hoping that the FBI is looking into all of these people who were hinting that something was going to happen to Charlie. I can confirm that the names of these people and their social media accounts have been provided to the FBI. So I hope that they look into that as well. But now's the time when I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. So make sure you drop your thoughts and opinions down there. And while you're down there, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.